Value This with Dr. Lori. And if you've been watching the last couple of episodes, you know that we're in Burlington County in a big warehouse.
Fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've moved deeper into it now. What do you see now?
Those pieces that relate to hardware, doors, windows, things like, panel doors, all kinds of things that you're going to see. And then some of the smaller pieces that we're starting to see, like what you've got in your hand.
Right. I came upon this chair that was just here. Now, it's got no back, no seat. It's got an arm that's off, but I can tell that it fits pretty easily.
With the dowels.
Right. Back in here, somebody could put it back together.
Right.
How do you know if a chair that's in this kind of shape is worth getting?
So you have to ask yourself, do you want a project? That's what you really have to ask yourself.
Okay.
Do you want a project? So basically, do you want to rebuild the chair? It's not that difficult. Upholstery is easy to do, actually. There are even some upholstery covers right there, if you can grab one of those, Carol, the green ones. Because basically what you're going to see is not only do you want a nice carved chair with details like scroll work, like this, but also it's relatively easy to upholster just the seat of the chair or just the back of the chair and then just place it back in. It's a staple gun. They use nails here, but a staple gun and some new upholstery and some new foam, and you're done. It's not hard.
How do you know that this chair is well made?
Okay, let's look at wood. Here? Different woods, different time periods, okay? So first of all, you're going to look at what type of wood it is. 18th century, you usually see more mahogany. 19th century, you usually see more walnut or cherry. 20th century, you start to see rosewood. And that has to do with basically transporting, getting the wood there. The other thing you want to look for is look for a nice detail like this.
Okay.
Nice carved out details. This one has basically been partially restored because they're carving out what would be all the muck and the junk and all of the stain. Okay. Remember, it's about the grain, not the stain. Don't be fooled. We can make a poplar chair or a pine chair look like mahogany with the right kind of stain.
Right.
So if you see a chair like this, I say this is a good deal because basically what you're seeing is you're seeing a nice, solid hardwood chair. It's not medium density fiberboard.
A chair value on something like this would range?
Probably $100 to $200 in this condition with a little bit of elbow grease and the right work, upholstered and such. You could ask anywhere between $400 to $600 for that chair. Victorian, which means it dates from the latter part of the 1800s.
Okay. Behind you,
behind me,
what I see something that I probably would throw out because I'd go, oh, I don't want to start a fire. You can pull one out, maybe.
Okay. Because of this.
Yeah.
Because of the old plugs.
Yes.
Because everyone's afraid to rewire. People like it for the look. Because it's a 1940s, 50s look. And you can also oftentimes tell from the plug.
Yes.
Okay, at drloriv.com, I give you a lot of these tips, but also here on Value This with Dr. Lori, a lot of these tips about how do you tell what era a plug is. You can rewire any of these pieces. It's inexpensive to get one of those kits and rewire these pieces. But again, you don't want to just plug an old plug into an outlet in your home. It is a fire hazard, okay? Don't think, oh, it'll be fine. It won't be fine.
Okay.
So before you do this, but if you just want it to look a particular way, then you could put this on a desk. A lot of interior decorators look for it. The other thing I don't want you to do is I don't want you to do this. Wrap it up, turn it up, do this whole thing with any of your wired pieces. You know why? Or with your holiday lights. Because all the little wires inside get broken and can start a fire. This is a big deal. Don't do it. So basically, a piece like this is probably worth about $40. And all of it is for the, I want it to look old.
Okay.
That cottage look, for example.
You want it to look old, but not be old with the innards.
That's right. That's right. You want to rewire it.
Okay. All right. And stuff like this, the what you so nicely called architectural salvage.
Architectural salvage is stuff of houses, architectural pieces. So big finials on the top of a cupola, or maybe it's hardware from a door, or maybe, any type of thing that you're going to see in that way. Really high value. I've walked in and I've appraised, fireplace tiles can be very valuable, or even wrought iron railings. $100,000 for a wrought iron railing in an arts and crafts house. The architectural salvage has a major market now. We'll talk more about it in its own episode on Value This with Dr. Lori. But basically, pieces like this, if they're part of an original piece that's inset into the wall, like a built-in, make sure you keep those pieces together.
Got it. All right, Dr. Lori, thank you so much. We'll continue to salvage what we can here in this phenomenal place in Burlington County. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing your expertise, and you for watching. And we'll see you next time on Value This with Dr. Lori.